why we're running out of time?
I got the ick from saying Earth.
DD5s for you to sign off on. I guess you forgot.
You can talk to me. Love him.
Oh, they're emptying them. I was gonna say Olivia Benson with the alcoholic mother helping the alcoholic drink alcohol was gonna be a wild storyline.
I'm a bitch with a backstory. Welcome back to Two Girls, One Episode, where we react, we roast, and we judge the fuck out of your favorite and our favorite shows. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Tash. And we are back with SVU season 26. And after last episode, we're feeling great.
Yes, great. I don't know what to say at this point. Like, what the
Expectations met.
My God. Like, it was a premiere. What are you doing? That was so,
lackluster. It was a filler episode. Yeah. Met a detective I don't care about.
I can't wait for you to fast forward this whole intro again. Just gonna have to do that the whole time.
Yeah, if you watched our previous reaction, you'll know that I fast forwarded through all of the unnecessary stuff. Like, literally all of the unnecessary things that we didn't need to know of that intro, which is 80% of it.
Literally.
So that may, like Hunter says, it probably will be a staple of these reactions.
I don't care. Just have your reaction just on repeat. Just
I don't care. I literally we don't care. I don't care.
Oh, yeah. I fucking wish I sounded like that. I don't care.
Yeah, I literally didn't.
I don't even remember what her name is.
I don't know what her name is either. All I know is they were asking if she wanted to be a detective because of her dad.
Really? I don't even remember that.
Yeah, because Olivia see, this is where the photographic memory unfortunately comes kind of into play. But Olivia asked her about it in the car when she picked her up, and then Velasco asked her again in the in Central Park when I was like, I don't give two shits about who this chick.
You obviously did. You were listening. No, okay.
Osmosis, okay.
Goodness. Well,
but yeah,
this episode is better than the last.
Well, I mean, if Carisi can stay on the same level and everyone else can come up, we might be okay. I'm not holding my breath, but
I mean, I know this season has a lot of Carisi and Rollins-centric episodes, so...
Oh, is Rollins in this episode?
I don't know, but we've seen a lot of them. Like, doesn't he get hijacked at one point?
Yeah, I think that's like 7 or 8 or something.
I don't fucking know.
Well, again,
I didn't really think he did that. Like, he did good, but I just think that the writers were running out of time to end the episode, and they had to figure out some shitty way for him to win the case, and he just won it. Like, I didn't feel like he was earned. You know
why we're running out of time?
I got the ick from saying Earth.
Oh. Like, we've been told for the last 3 years that it's got to be earned. But no, because the reason they ran out of time is because they put 7 minutes of bullshit. I'm like, You could have used that 7 minutes elsewhere in the fucking episode.
Build your case.
As you can tell, our expectations are in the ground. And once again, we know absolutely nothing. No promos, no information. We're going in entirely blind. And for those that I guess are new to the channel and coming in here, we are former SVU diehards.
Diehards.
I watched the show for 20 years. Hunter, not as long, but for a long time.
It was a part of my life for probably about that time, but like I wasn't into it. Yeah, I wasn't into it.
So we know all of the lore, we know all of the backstory, we know all of the characters minus the new chick that's come in that nobody knows anything about. So yeah, that's where we're coming from. Both of us well, she didn't watch season 25. I watched season 25 and kind of dipped out at the end of that. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with the show.
I'm a bitch with a backstory. That's what's probably going through their head.
Literally.
How about a shot?
Tequila, right?
70s. Fuck it.
I also remembered this.
These Pokemon cards are probably worth a ton.
Oh, you're such a nerd. This Charizard is like $2,000. Maybe I should keep it for my
Oh, was it her
kids.
brothers?
Oh,
Maybe.
all these records? I don't know.
There's no way that's a boy's handwriting.
Or her mom's?
Statute of limitations, so
Maggie, what's wrong?
Last week's DD5s for you to sign off on. I guess you forgot.
I guess I'll stick around and get some of that sweet overtime.
Check in with the desk, Sergeant.
could we not have started here?
So, guy got caught licking the foot of some kid at a West
Literally.
Side play area, but
Literally.
security's got him. All right. bring
Oh, I
him in.
love the jacket.
Hi.
Yeah, I need
I'm
that
Captain
blazer.
Benson. Can I help you?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I wanted to talk to somebody.
Okay. Okay. Did something
You can
happen?
talk to me.
Yeah, I think I was abused.
The pink
when I
lipstick is
was
back.
8 years old.
Yeah, it is. I was wondering why you were so stressed. I was like, man, is this something like to trigger her? Is she about to cry or something?
No.
Yeah, I'm triggered. It's like
Got it.
fucking pink lipstick.
I found it.
Like, I didn't need
Like, did
whatever
he-
that
did
beginning
he-
bit was.
You really have to watch her find the notebook? Like, watch
No.
her argue? Watch her at the bar? Like, I'm so confused. Where is Curry? Where's Curry?
Don't know.
It aggravates me that she is not in this.
Apparently she costs too much to put in the promo.
She's in every
Sat
fucking
at
episode.
the bed beside her, laid a hand under her yellow nightgown. There was no reaction, so I let my hand explore further up, her thigh, her hip, her stomach. Why do you think this is about you?
So, Maggie, what makes you think that your stepfather wrote this?
It's
I know
also
his
in
handwriting.
woman's handwriting.
What's his name?
Oh, so she is
I
the
mean,
victim.
Judge.
Some dudes
Andrews.
have good handwriting. Judge?
Federal judge.
And
was retired.
And what is it?
Can we get some
about
law
this
enforcement
diary
that are
makes
like
you think
not
it's about
crooked?
you?
Yeah.
The yellow nightgown, the 8-year-old stepdaughter.
But your name is never mentioned.
It's dated in 2001. I mean, take a guess how old I was then.
Okay.
This is what aggravates me so much about this is that you still have the diary and you still can't convict.
Well, because there's no names.
I know.
She's
but
making an assumption that it's her stepfather. There's no mention that it is her stepfather, and it's not naming who the victim is. So it's just a story at this point.
Mhm.
Will my stepfather find out?
Yes.
Eventually.
We're on your side. And if we investigate this, we will keep it very quiet. But there may come a point when we're going to need to speak with your family.
Look, it's been over 20 years, so if you want to take another day to think about it, it won't hurt our
You
case.
know, why don't I give you my card?
why the hell would he write down the details of what he did?
Well, that's for us to figure out, but I'm telling you that Maggie
trophy?
has all the hallmarks
Not
of
a trophy,
victim of
but
sexual assault. Issues
a
with
lot
alcohol.
of
She has a history
rapists do that.
failed
Do weird
relationships.
shit, yeah.
All of which her
But
as a witness.
to be fair, he's a judge.
And
You'd
she
be
even recalled
stupid.
this abuse.
Yeah.
Not really. So, according to the diary, she was asleep during the encounters.
So, how am I supposed to get a court order for his handwriting, let alone charge the judge?
Memory can come back.
I hope it does. For all our sakes.
She was asleep. She shouldn't
In the meantime,
remember.
And
vet Maggie.
she could have been drugged.
Really, Percy? Really, you think they... Benson.
Captain Benson,
Problem.
it's Peyton Andrews. I'm Maggie's sister.
Peyton, is everything okay?
Did she confront him?
She's wasted here at my parents' house. I found your card in her bag.
I want you to text me your address. I will be there as soon as I can. All right, in the meantime, call 911, okay?
You're a
We have a
captain.
problem.
You shouldn't be going anywhere.
That's Maggie.
She won't come out of her room.
The two
Your card
captains.
says sex crimes. Why has she been talking to you?
Maggie didn't tell her.
It was...
We're gonna get you the help that you need, okay? Okay, come on.
Did she just rip that mattress up with her bare hands?
I don't know. She's has blood everywhere.
Were you with her when she was cleaning out your parents' basement?
Yes, but as far as I knew, I thought that she was just going through some old papers.
Well, one of those papers was a diary.
What was in it?
The description of the sexual abuse of an 8-year-old girl.
Did it say that it was Maggie?
No, not
Mm-mm.
specifically, but the girl was referred to as a stepdaughter. Peyton, do you remember anything at all being off between your dad and Maggie?
Maggie was 8. I was only 5.
Okay, it's okay.
So,
My
do we think
parents.
that this is the actual story, or do we think that they've
What is this? What's
thrown
going on?
us a
Captain
wrench?
Renee
And it's
Curry,
like a
NYPD.
twist.
NYPD.
How's my daughter's relapse?
Season 26. There's no
No,
twist.
there's probably gonna be a twist. Something with the brother,
Why
probably.
is SVU
Possibly.
involved in it? Who is she accusing? We're trying to figure it out. Maybe you want to help us fill in
You.
the story.
I'm a
I was surprised Ice is awake.
If she had been molested as a child, I didn't think that I would know.
He's earning his paycheck
Love
today.
him.
Maggie was your patient?
No, but I bathed her. I tucked her into bed every night.
Are you aware that
What
you
if it
have to
was
check the journal?
her?
I'm telling you, it's woman's handwriting.
Can I talk to Maggie?
She's with Captain Benson.
Dude, it's
What
the
happens
mom.
now?
Right now, your
It's the mom
parents
and
are
then
being
it's her,
questioned.
right? Watch.
Okay,
Yeah.
Peyton,
I'm
is it
telling
The
you,
stepdaughter.
it's- yeah.
or your brother? No. So how
I
do you explain the
promise you,
diary?
because it was woman's
I can't
handwriting.
write, No.
It's false. No way. Not this time.
I was a bedwetter growing up, and I remember waking up one night. He was there, leaning over me.
Okay. Do you remember anything that he
What
did?
if they did it together?
Anything specifically?
Bruv.
Only that I didn't want him there. He's pulling off my nightgown. I yelled for my mom.
See, I feel like she's. I hate saying this when it comes to a victim, but I feel like she's misconstruing, like, memories
that's
based on
bad,
what she
and-
read.
I found my nightgown in my hand.
Yeah, it could be possible.
Because she just said she wet the bed, and that he was then in there stripping her of her clothes. Well, if a child was wet, you would do that.
I finished my gin and tonic and found myself in her room. She was asleep. I sat down on the bed.
It's got to be the
Looked at her yellow
mom.
Yeah,
nightgown.
I'm
not
telling you,
denying
the
that you
handwriting
wrote
is
that.
like off.
Not this time. No, not this time.
I'm embarrassed to admit that I did. Given the quality of the prose, at least.
Just
And
to be
he
clear,
knows.
My client is admitting that he wrote the words.
Good. Saves us the hassle of a handwriting analysis.
I'm just horrified Maggie found it. I can't imagine how she felt.
Can you blame her?
Nah,
I'm
he's
sure you
covering
never,
for his
ever
wife.
abused
Yeah,
her.
I was gonna say I think he knows and he's covering because he knows you know what your spouse's handwriting looks like.
100%.
I'm not denying I was in her bedroom helping her change. I
But
ask, but how much had you been drinking?
how
that
is
you
he
covered this memory?
going
We can subpoena
to
her medical records for blood alcohol levels.
cover
You
for her when
describe
it's
your
his
8-year-old
daughter that she's doing it
stepdaughter
to?
Wearing a yellow.
I don't know.
nightgown.
I take it you're not familiar with the writer's process.
You subconsciously extrapolate
Maybe
from
we're
another
thinking too
environment.
deep into it.
Familiar with the book Lolita?
We're thinking
It actually comes out to be what is going on right now, and then
I know something you don't.
this whole time we're just making it way worse.
I'm just trying to like we need to get into the mindset of season 26 and not
Yeah.
1.0, you know? This 1.0, we would have had all these twists.
Peyton, the half-sister, is sympathetic, but she has no recall of any of the abuse.
Okay, what about the brother, Charles? Same story?
He says he doesn't remember anything.
Well, the kid was 4 years old when the abuse took place, so right now he's siding with
The
his own
lighting
parents.
is so, like, so good.
Found DNA on Maggie's nightgown from traces of pre-ejaculate.
Yeah, it doesn't look blue.
No.
Like, it used to have, like, kind of like a blue hue.
Yeah, and then it was, like, also in the dark. We needed night vision goggles.
Alright, what's going on?
So, pre-ejaculate, do we think it's probably just still the standard?
Judge Andrews. Mr. Carisi, thank you for the courtesy.
It was the DA's call. Nick Baxter sends his regards.
Well, good luck then. Because you're going to need it.
Dang.
So it was his?
I don't know, because there's also a boy in the house.
She says your dad wasn't just physically abusive.
Is Finn wearing Gucci?
This is beyond lying. She's trying to tear our
Probably,
family apart.
always.
I'm not going to help her do that.
On a sergeant's salary.
So how many more of these do you have?
I went to.
Oh, do we have a
Napa last
personal?
year.
Well, that's not a bad trip for
Yeah.
an unemployed dog walker.
Oh, they're emptying them. I was gonna say Olivia Benson with the alcoholic mother helping the alcoholic drink alcohol was gonna be a wild storyline.
I used to fantasize about him sexually.
So Maggie,
Bro, if this is all a lie, this is going to be fucking insane.
not uncommon. Sometimes it's a victim's way of putting the abuse back, in their own control.
Probably shouldn't say it in court.
You go in there and you tell them who you are.
At first, Maggie had no memory of being assaulted.
No, children often suppress traumatic events like these as a survival mechanism. They
Yeah, that's where apparently
fractured or
DID
incomplete
comes from.
memories, and sometimes they have no memory of it at all.
The journal mentions a yellow nightgown. Were you able to recover this?
Yes. The lab found traces of pre-ejaculate, which contained enough semen to get a DNA match for Judge Andrews.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Okay.
If this is a straightforward case, I'm gonna be so annoyed.
Maybe we were just reading too much into it.
But
If it is straightforward, I'm gonna be kind of annoyed too, because that would have been like a real plot twist. You know?
Thank you. Nothing further.
I'm just really confused about him saying that he wrote it. So I would say then he's got to be protecting somebody if it's not
I
him.
know. It just feels like he is, because he was so straightforward with it.
How's Peyton? Mr. Carisi is building a solid case.
Why does that not sound promising?
Maggie.
Because it was crazy.
Focus on what you're saying to your stepfather on the stand. Okay, I know that you can do this. And if you can't look at the jury, then you look at me. The rest
That
of
was
it
really good.
is noise.
Oh my god.
It was so shady and uncalled for.
I remember my stepfather in my room standing over me, telling me I had wet my bed. But after he left, I found my nightgown in the hamper.
So you're telling me they
back to
haven't
the
washed the
main
hamper in washed this
When you
dress in
saw your
20 years?
stepfather in the room, did you call out? Did you say, stop?
Yeah, like, why would
No.
they have not washed
called out for
that
my
right
mother.
after?
Yeah.
My stepfather.
Why, if she did pee
When you
her
first
pants, wouldn't that have also been on the dress if it wasn't washed?
I
Yep.
don't remember every detail, but yes, I absolutely believe that journal to be a true account of my own sexual abuse.
Had you been drinking?
Objection. Relevance?
I'll allow.
State of mind, bro.
Yes.
In fact,
Yeah.
your blood alcohol was several times
Nice
the legal
try.
limit, wasn't it?
I don't know.
7. I thought it
do.
was 3.
Defense
Or she
exhibit
said
C.
several.
Maggie's blood alcohol level the day in question.
No, I'm not denying that I had been drinking.
You were blackout drunk. So out of control, in fact, that the police were called when this memory suddenly occurred to you?
No, I read the journal and it triggered me.
How can you be so sure this memory wasn't just triggered by a work of fiction?
My body remembers.
You're asking the jury to convict your stepfather of sexually abusing you based on a bodily memory?
Objection.
Withdrawn. Nothing further.
See, this shit is like the hardest part of any
The
of this.
prosecution rests, Your Honor.
Because, like,
You may step down.
while the defense has to be sure and has to, like, test their, like, you know, test their recollection, it's like, bruv. Like, if she's telling the truth, to do that to a victim is fucking insane.
Your Honor.
Counsel, please restrain your client from addressing the witness.
Yeah, what the
Apologies,
fuck?
Your Honor.
Isn't
He's
that
a
tampering?
judge. You should know that.
Yeah.
Right, which you know, writers draw from real life.
So if he's claiming that this is fictional, like you
But
say, why
would
have
you
they
say
not?
I kissed her down there?
I don't know. But, but if he's saying it's fictional, like you said, why have they not read any of the other entries? Like, what does everything else say?
Yeah. Like,
surely that'll tell you whether it seems fictional or not.
why the fuck are you?
People write sick fictional books, though. Like, let's be fair.
Of an 8-year-old?
Well, yeah, I've read crime books that, I mean, I haven't read any crime books that have got, like, that in it. But, like, I'm sure there is. If you're, especially if it's true crime.
Thank you, Judge Andrews. Nothing further?
Did you ever tell anyone that you were working on a novel? A friend, a colleague, a manager, an agent?
The bounds of my talent fell well short of that, Mr. Carisi.
So
Talent?
we're supposed to just take your word for it that this was all made up.
There was one person I confided in. My wife.
Oh, you're going to bring her into your life.
Dear, I didn't want to drag you into this.
Sidebar, Your Honor.
Approach.
If he does this,
But
though...
they do the spousal thing, right?
Well, they didn't... I mean, I would think so, but, I mean, we watched whatever Slaves and it wasn't a thing. But if he now implicates her, she has to tell the truth under oath.
English lit. We met well after that. He regretted never following through on
And
his
she's
literary
gonna lie.
So you knew about
So
his
perjure herself on the
Yes,
stand.
we tell each other everything.
Did you encourage it?
Of course.
Did you ever read the notes?
A few pages. It wasn't very good.
Was it upsetting that the characters so closely resembled Maggie?
Well, I knew it wasn't Maggie.
And how could you be so sure?
Maggie wasn't my patient, but I did try and help her with her bedwetting.
At 8 years old?
It started after her birth father abandoned us, and it kept on going until she was in mid-adolescence. I considered medication, even diapers, but
She's also been in this courtroom this entire
I
time.
trusted she'd outgrow it.
Right.
So surely she shouldn't be able to testify because she can just regurgitate information she's heard.
No, none.
I don't know how this all works. He
I
knows
would have reported it
something.
right away if I had.
You can tell us, Charles. Come on. My mother just lied up there.
About what?
I saw him coming out of Maggie's room a few times. I asked my mom.
What did she say?
She told me I must have dreamt it. Even before I knew something was off, I was too young to do anything. I do something now.
So he did do it.
We executed a subpoena on Dr.
Throw this whole fucking episode out.
There was a notation about chafing.
Next step, I have to disclose this to the judge's attorneys, but in the meantime, tell Lillian she's got a choice. She can either answer my questions in the DA's office or on the witness stand.
Go. Dr. Andrews, you knew.
I'm done. I've checked out now.
Charles did ask you questions, and you lied to him, just like you lied on the stand.
Lillian was just trying to keep her family together.
By sacrificing
Just,
her
you know.
firstborn,
You can't even be bothered to make it interesting.
Always had a history of excessive attention seeking and
It's just another case of the mother or the spouse
Spouse protecting the...
yeah,
Is that really what you're saying?
I told you she has a histrionic
You're gonna
personality
choose
disorder.
your spouse over you.
Literally throw this mother out. Like, how dare you?
And what did he say?
Her
At
daughter.
first, he denied it,
Her.
but then
They admitted it. And you just stayed married to him.
I made sure that it would not happen again.
By having him write it down?
Every detail.
As what? Some sort of sick collateral?
Now, I said if he ever did it again, I would go straight to the police.
Why didn't
Throw
you
this
go to
woman
the
out.
police the first
So,
And be left
yeah,
alone?
exactly.
With 3 children this time, I did what was best for my
Here's the thing, babe.
No.
You would have got all of the money
For you.
I made
when
sure
you
that he
divorced.
never, ever touched Maggie again.
Not enough, Dr. Andrews. Not nearly enough.
Again, as if the first time wasn't enough.
Her actions are beyond the statute of limitations.
Oh my.
I allowed my children to grow up with a father. Leonard was never unfaithful again.
You're talking about your 8-year-old daughter. Your daughter.
Bro, I would be a widow and in prison because I would have.
Where you are. Does he know that you're here talking to us?
Of course he does. We tell each other everything.
Where are your lawyers?
I'm done with them.
So what are we doing here, Judge?
So he's gonna get a
I walk into
plea.
this building every day. Under the
That's how it
inscription
ends,
outside
with
on
a
the door,
plea.
you know what it says?
I'm fucking
True
over this
administration
show.
of justice is the firmest pillar of good government.
We're 2
Just,
fucking episodes in.
I was a good man.
Yeah, fuck.
Good judge.
Better things to be doing.
Father.
Glad you think so.
I made one mistake. One. And now?
You're due back in court. Let's go, Judge.
You know, she's blind.
Pretty big fucking mistake, bro.
That was her eyes for 40 years. She held the scale. It's my eyes alone.
I don't give a fuck.
Literally. You're talking to a fucking wall. Go to prison.
And yet you preyed on your own daughter.
And you're gonna get murdered because you're gonna end up in the
eyes were
same
closed.
prison
She
as
was
all the people you
asleep.
put
She was at
away.
her most
Have fun.
vulnerable.
I love her.
Why did you do this?
No.
Fuck off, man.
I guess I just wanted to know how it felt.
Yeah.
How it felt. How what felt?
Doctor.
I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done.
Innocence.
Well, I guess you'll never know.
Cut the show.
Oh my god. Well, we were all very wrong about that. I don't know if that makes us have like sick and twisted minds, but yeah.
Welcome to
Once again, another case of I'm gonna protect my spouse and fuck them kids.
Yo, welcome to Law and Order phoning it in. I just we can't even be bothered. We can't even be bothered to make it interesting. Like we literally cannot be bothered.
I honestly have nothing to say.
Yeah, I had hopes that we would make it further through this season, but I don't know how much more of this shit I can watch, to be fair.
That is fair. I'll watch whatever you want to watch.
Like, okay, let's be objective. Was it a good episode? If you haven't seen SVU and you were to clock into that episode, yes. Would you probably watch the show again? Yes. If you've seen 1.0, where they make it very interesting and they solve the case in the first 20 minutes, well, that's because that's not the case that you're following. We solved the case in the first 20 minutes and then sat in a courtroom for why?
For why? There was a whole bar scene in the beginning for why.
Yeah.
Like, it was abundantly clear without that scene that she was an alcoholic.
We could have learnt that she was an alcoholic when she tore up her bedroom and when Olivia and her had a conversation and were pouring the alcohol down the drain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what also would have been a brilliant Olivia Benson moment in that time if we had removed the fucking 5 hours of bullshit in the beginning? Is they could have had an honest conversation about alcoholism and the fact that Olivia's mother was an alcoholic and what being assaulted had did to her mother and how to change that and better the narrative. But did we get that? No. I mean, we might have because I wasn't really paying attention. But I don't believe that was the conversation that was had. The conversation that was had was about her, how she was going to testify in court.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm also very confused at how we put a dress. So he's assaulted her only once. We put a nightgown into the wash 20 years ago and never washed it.
Into a hamper and never washed it. Never got rid of it. Nothing. Where's the pee? I don't know.
No, I think that was just... So the pee apparently was just a story.
Oh, okay.
Also, I thought that his lawyer said that it was just like finger penetration. So did he take his pants off? Like, where did the ejaculate come from?
I was not paying attention to that. All I remember from that thing was him saying that he kissed her down there. And that is fucking disgusting.
She's a minor. Everything that fucking happened was ludicrous and absolutely disturbing beyond means. And then to write it down. I mean, again, the fictional...
I'm sorry. It just blows my mind how these spouses will cover it up and just like pretend that it's never happened. Like, I love my husband. If I ever fucking found out that he was doing shit like that, or he did even it once, I would raise so much fucking hell.
I would be in prison.
Yes.
Without a second thought, where you stood. There's not a fucking single thing in this world that would mean that would not be the outcome.
Yeah. No, it's the watching this show it's just so disturbing to me.
If you enjoyed this reaction, you can watch the full-length reaction on Patreon. We also have a Patreon-only show, RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 17. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I don't know if you want to know if we upload another one of these, but we have other shit, so it's probably better to go on. Please leave comments on what other shows we should watch if we give up on this.
Yes, please leave a comment on what we should watch instead of it.
Yeah, because Tash is wearing thin already. We're only 2 episodes in. But yeah, otherwise, see you on the next one. Bye.
Deuces.